time for new leadership, and I think we have excellent opportunities. Very frankly, I think I could be elected, and that was not the issue. But I think it's time. I think it's always good for a party to have new blood and new invigoration, enthusiasm, and new ideas.
Wow. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, the second highest ranking Democrat, revealing he is stepping down from leadership shortly after Speaker Pelosi made her future plans known. And House Majority Leader Hoyer joins us now for his first interview since that announcement. And it's great that you came to Morning Joe. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm big fans of yours, as you know. And you've taken the time to come and talk to our caucus and our leadership group, so I very much appreciate it. Glad to be with you.
I enjoyed that so much. So why is it time?
Why is it time? Well, I think, for one thing, when you're in the minority, it really is time to train people to be in the majority. I think we're going to take the majority back in 2024. I think the Republican leadership is not going to be able to create unity of purpose. Ryan couldn't, and Boehner couldn't, and they both left because they couldn't. I think McCarthy's going to have a very, very tough time. But it's a good time to have new leaders come in the minority, and get their sea legs and make their positions known and to learn how to be a leader. So it seemed to me, yes, I could have been reelected, but I'm not going to be there a lot longer. I kid people that I'm going to retire in 2036. But I thought it was a good time. And I think we have good people who are looking to get into office. Of course, I endorsed Hakeem Jeffries, who's an extraordinarily able guy. And I think he's going to do an excellent job.
So it's probably easier to be in the leadership in the minority, isn't it, than
That's
in
my
the majority?
point.
Yeah.
James, my point is, in the minority, I was minority whip for 12 years over the last 20. So I've been there, done that. But nobody writes when you're in the minority, they lost by 8 or they lost by 20. Nobody really cares.
Exactly.
Now, if you in the majority, you lose by 1, everybody cares. So it's a good time to, sort of get your sea legs and to get grounded and learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes. So from that standpoint, I thought it was, and I'm still going to be on the Appropriations Committee. I'm still going to be active, and very frankly, I expect to be in the room a lot of times when we make decisions, because I think they're going to want the advice and counsel of Jim Clyburn, who also made the same decision I did, not to run for his same position. So I think it was a good time.
Okay.
Between you, the Speaker, and Mr. Clyburn, there's decades worth of experience.
Right.
Are you at all worried about this new generational trio and the lack of experience they have comparatively?
Well, they're very, very savvy people, folks who are running. So, and they've been elected to Congress numerous times. So they're not newcomers. And I think we'll be around. I don't know how long Nancy and I have not had any discussions about how long she's intended to stay. I've got some work to do. I want to do on the Appropriations Committee for my district and for America. But I think we'll be there to try to help them. But they'll be the leaders. They'll be the decision makers. And I think it's like you being on the broadcast. The more you're there, the better you become. And I think that's what will happen there.
So before we went on the air, we were sitting in the break, and you said there were, I think it was two of the most consequential leaders you've ever worked with.
John Lewis and Nancy Pelosi. Yes, by far. Well, I think, first of all, Nancy being the first speaker is a historic fact in and of itself.
First woman speaker of the House.
But the more important fact is she probably is one of the most consequential speakers in history.
Yeah.
I haven't analyzed every speaker, but clearly, from my view, and I've been there now, this is my 42nd year, by far the most able and effective and productive speaker with whom I've served. Whether the environmental acts that she talked about.
Affordable health care.
Affordable health care, which we worked very closely on together. The 4 bills that we adopted in this session, extraordinary.
With a small majority, with a,
4.
Yeah.
Even in the Senate, and 4. Now, and we got some help, but very little on the infrastructure bill and the CHIPS bill from Republicans. My view is on the transportation bill, if the Republicans had not been told by their leadership, vote no and don't give Biden a victory, we would have had half the Republicans. We got 13.
Wow.
On the CHIPS bill, Chamber of Commerce, labor, everybody knew that the CHIPS bill was critically important if we're going to be competitive in the 21st century. And 24 Republicans voted for that. I'll bet there were, if they left to their own devices, half of them would have been with us.
House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, thank you very much. It's great to see you, and thanks for joining us this
Always
morning.
good to be with you. Thank you.
Good to have you. Up next.